And it wasn't until I went to university to do sociology that I came across this topic of psychology, and I took an introductory module, and I was just fascinated by the fact that we can find out about criminals and we can find out about mental illnesses and just kind of like what makes people who they are and how they tick.
One of my favourites in this respect is a girl called Ella. Ella did A-levels in, I think, she certainly did psychology A-level, I think probably alongside design and tech and something else. And she now works for a consultancy in London, and she's a human factors and usability consultant. You know, what is that? And what it does, it brings psychology together with design and technology, together with a lot of other subjects. And this consultancy developed products, things like I think one of the products they produced was what was it? Uber Sonic toothpaste.
In the past, I did a lot of different sports, so I used to do a bit of synchronised swimming. I did dance at quite a high level as well. And I think what stood out for me was how the demands of the sports that were the most difficult weren't necessarily to do with the sports itself. It was handling the pressure and all those things.
At school, I probably didn't even know what psychology was. I was probably more interested in English and biology, but psychology didn't really come onto my radar. It was many years later that I discovered psychology, if you like, and that my interest began with that.
A student I know quite well who's now working as a social researcher for the Office of National Statistics. She graduated with a good degree in psychology, thinking initially that she wanted to be a clinical psychologist. But she gained some relevant work experience, she volunteered with some different client groups. That is an important requirement for anyone who wants to work in a psychology field. But once she got that experience and reflecting upon that, she decided, well, do you know, I don't think this is quite right for me. What else is out there? And the answer is there was an awful lot out there for her.
I did an A-level in psychology, and what I enjoyed about it was the variety of context you got within like crime, and it was really related to what was going on in the world right now, and you could really bring across your own opinions and no one was judging you for it.
I studied at GCSE and at A-level and decided that I wanted to take that further, so then it took me on to, I did an access course actually because I was a bit older then, and then that led me into my degree. But I was quite surprised when I was doing my A-level, somebody said to me, oh, have you thought about going to university? And I said, no, university, I don't know if I could do that. And they said, oh, you should apply for it. And then before I knew it, I was starting on the degree course.
You find out stuff from history and what had passed and how that was relevant to today. And as well as how you could take that forward in the context of your life going into mental health or the police force or anything like that.
But by thinking about it, reflecting upon what she was good at, what particular aspects of psychology and transferable skills she had and she wanted to use in a career, she then discovered a career as a social researcher. And she's really enjoying it. She's become very successful in what she does, and she's really pleased that she's made that transition.
It was just an all-around amazing kind of A-level to have, because I think it's really well recognised and it does branch out into so many different avenues for you.